We'll have to see here entering set number 2 between these two schools and the ZSS versus the Bowser. As we said.
Man, every time we get the characters in, I just feel like a sigh of relief. Completely overwhelmed. I'm like, oh, goodness.
Yeah, because, I mean, there's so many characters and so many players that can, I mean, throughout the season kind of constantly switch. But at this point in the season, I think you're kind of going with your tried and true because, I mean, this is week 14. There's only 16 weeks of regular season action. That being said, Mr. Man here already, I mean, this is the type of matchup, right? Swarm your opponent. Don't let Bowser, have many options. But Xoroy battling back here with that side B.
That's a flip kick. Xoroy was just waiting to catch the landing. Misterman was able to flip kick back onto center stage. Going to be overcommitting to those paralyzers. Not going to be able to find any of them quite yet. Xoroy. This is a completely even game. Bowser just needs a couple of hits and he's able to do it. That neutral could have actually confirmed into a back heel, but I don't think Xoroy was confident in that move actually connecting.
I like the Flame Breath as well to catch all of the recovery options too, and 152, so one stray strong hit, or just one stray hit really will probably do it, but that up B, not going to be able to do it either. Bowser, a heavy character.
Heaviest in the game is not that good. He's going to be living up B for quite some time. But up B from Bowser is going to be the one to be able to do it. I like that option from Misterman where he was just like, hey, I'm going to stand under you because I know you're going to down air. And then he was like, yep, you down aired. Was able to get the punish with laser, but just so unfortunate they couldn't secure that into an actual stock. The next hit should do it. That's going to be the, just go for the zero into the side B. Cute attempt. But Xoroy keeps jumping.
And Xoroy going for that classic nair to back air setup. Hasn't been able to connect it, but that up B punish will take the second stock. And, I mean, look at the damage. That is another move that just does so much, surprisingly. It doesn't feel like it should do a lot, but the amount of damage it racks up. I mean, Mr. Man's sitting at 100. He was at 30 less than, 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's bouncing sometimes, but I have to say, this is an excellent strength from Mr. Man right now. Still extremely reliable. That move is not going to have enough knockback, but just does a bunch of good damage. Just tethers back onto the stage, almost jumping right into it. Baits out that option. I love that shield.
And the forwarder to connect afterward, too. Thought he might pull the trigger on that up B, but decided to wait on it. Now the side B, is that going to do it? Yes, it will. 2-1, Xoroy with the lead.
Xoroy is just playing back a little bit, trying to avoid these errors, trying to avoid these, kill confirms. I would like to see Mr. Man start to wait for some of these defensive options a little bit more. Xoroy has been consistently air dodging and crossing up with air dodge. Super reactable, you just gotta wait for him to press that button.
Quick 42 onto Mr. Man here. But again, the way this matchup has kind of played out, Mr. Man can find one easy string and make this a nightmare for Bowser. But quick back throw off stage. Catches the tether.
Whoa.
Good flip kick. Oh, nearly getting spiked off of it too. This is dangerous for both of them.
That's an excellent forwarder in that position, able to catch Xoroy's jump out of the corner. That time tries to do it again, but then crosses up far enough. Xoroy has excellent mobility, finds a zero, tries to connect an up B, but whiffs it. And because of that slight blunder, Xoroy said, hey, you're stuck in all that landing lag. Let me help you out. And was able to get that kill. Beautiful stuff, really good recognition. Mr. Man has to be careful about those kinds of commitments.
Yeah. Great quick reaction from Xoroy off of that, up B, as you said. And to be able to land, I mean, that up air is so strong, too. I don't think he threw it out the entire match. And to be able to catch that landing on the platform, and that puts Siena on the board, too. They get their first points of the match. That's a big one.
Yep. Being able just to take a shrapnel of momentum away from the school with the lead, especially if it's 5-0, is just really important. So good steps to Xoroy. Hopefully they're going to be able to hold it down in the second game as well. In the second game from Mr. Man, I would just like to see them wait a little bit more when they're in advantage. Just wait. They can even wait and shield a little bit because Xoroy has been consistently falling out of a lot of these kill setups. Only because of the fact that Mr. Man was committing to the opposite direction beforehand. You can just wait,
Yeah, and I feel like on top of that too, Xoroy, I mean, Bowser tends to have this kind of patient playstyle sometimes, right? So you can kind of wait for those options to come out, and I don't know. This game was very back and forth. So it feels like just, again, 1 or 2 mistakes is all these players really need to take the advantage. So I'm kind of curious to see what the if they can make those adaptations in game 2, because I mean, when it's so close, there are sometimes you kind of mind game yourself into, do I change my game plan or do I wait for them to make another mistake? It can happen.
Yeah, for sure. They just gotta be careful about the way that they commit. You know, you commit to things like directional air dodge, you commit to things like up B, you can and will blow up. Especially how Xoroy was using up B out of shield. Misterman was consistently baiting that out and punishing him for it with really safe aerials on shield.
Very volatile match indeed, and already here on game number 2, seems like it's once again very back and forth. But Misterman with an opening here, good quick string, gets the stun as well. Nair, nearly landing the flip kick, but good job avoiding it with Xoroy.
Yeah, Xoroy was just, you know, like he needed like one more negative frame on him for Misterman to be able to get that. Really good landing with the down air, still able to get like that really deceptive landing hitbox that people just do not expect.
Oh, the stun as well, and the follow-up on the up B. Good stuff to Misterman to take that first stock.
Able to get the up smash, this could be huge, but Xoroy, so smart to be mashing jump out of that, understanding that his air dodge is so slow, wouldn't be able to throw that out. But look at that, oh my gosh, look at that punish, and up B actually able to take it off the top. Misterman 59, still at 3 stock, excuse me. This is such a huge lead.
I mean, even for Bowser being a heavy character, I'm shocked that killed off the top. Great adaptation by Misterman to just keep Bowser in the air and recognize that he really didn't have any options left. And to be able to take that stock, as you said, was massive, because now Xoroy hasn't even taken Misterman's first stock. So if Misterman can hold on to this stock, as we said, every stock being important, this could be a massive point swing.
That time, Misterman, you gotta recognize that Zero is something that's really good from a distance when you fall away from your opponent. But Xoroy able to capitalize, able to get that stock, sitting at 95%. I love that patience and shield. You just have to respect that move.
Wanted to catch the flip kick back to stage that forward air, unable to do so.
Sometimes it's not just about getting the lead, it's also about executing it properly, right? So Xoroy had the right idea, but just having the right idea isn't enough. You know, you gotta know how to solve that equation, so you can't just know the answer. Right now, Xoroy gonna be eating that and just gets upbeat immediately to the blast zone. This was such a confident game for Misterman.
Misterman with a dominant performance in game number 2, earning his team, Mississippi State, another 2 points on the board and extending this set to game number 3. And you were talking about, you know, not only getting the reads, but executing off of them. There was a moment right before he loses this stock where Xoroy had a tech chase and then just didn't follow up with anything. He just kind of dashed forward, turned around, and didn't throw out an option, didn't throw out a grab, didn't throw out any damaging move. And it seemed kind of like an awkward moment where he just kind of hesitated and didn't really follow up with anything. But regardless, Misterman able to get that conversion on the last stock and find the last kill. And I really think the turning point of this set was not only that first stock, but the second stock, when Xoroy was just caught in the air for forever, it felt like. And then eventually it ended in that up B. And it's like you said, Misterman just played fantastic this game.
Yeah, Bowser has really linear and exploitable landing options. Zero Suit Samus is a very scary juggler, but more importantly, she just simply has that data, she has that airspeed, and she has those disjoints and fast buttons just to get in Bowser's face and challenge anything he might be going for.
Yeah, and I mean, just like that, we talk about point swings and momentum swings. You got to be feeling a little iffy if you're Xoroy after a match like that, because I mean, after how close game number 1 was, game number 2 did not feel all that close. He's able to, you know, mitigate the damage by taking that first stock, but when you're a full stock down, you know, and still 2 stocks to go, it can be pretty rough. Especially, I mean, Bowser is a character that can make those comebacks, but against ZSS, as you said, I mean, Misterman was just, he was on point.
Yep, he was on point. He was waiting. Misterman did an excellent job. And we're actually seeing the switch to Pyra and Mythra. Interesting.
So Pyra and Mythra, new to the game and new to the stream. I believe this is the first one of the EGF. We'll have to see how this goes.
Yeah, this one's gonna be a little bit fascinating. Obviously, you know, Mythra has the tools that she needs to be able to smother Bowser and just keep him in disadvantage for so long. Able to really get down to go into up air, resets the situation, gets the re-grab. Look at that, up, just doesn't stop.
I mean, 60% right off the bat, and that was a fast 60%. Now the switch to Pyra, trying to get that extra knockback, trying to clean up this stock already. Does
faded out the get-up attack and was able to punish with an F smash. Xoroy just needs to get something going. Has the great idea with that turnaround grab, but does not find it. So unfortunate.
I mean, the way that Misterman is playing right now with, I believe that was side B. I mean, with Mythra, I was in the short time that this character has come out, it's been explained to me as a character that feels like a melee character in a Smash 4 game, and you can kind of tell with the movement that Pyra and Mythra have right now, Xoroy just does not have a lot of answers.
Yeah, Mythra has movement, Mythra has follow-ups, Mythra has stuff off of throws. She has an incredible grab for some reason. She does, let me tell you, she does it all for sure. Oh, but that side B is going to be so huge, you're going to give Xoroy a little bit of stage control. There is so little that Bowser can actually do besides try to fish for the 2-frame at the ledge.
Forward tilt, pushing Misterman off stage. That projectile also coming in clutch for Misterman, kind of resetting that scenario once again, and Xoroy sitting at nearly kill percent. There's the up air to take the stock, and Misterman, again, 3 stocks to 1. Maybe the side B does it. Yes, it will. So a full 2 stocks down for Xoroy. Can he make this comeback?
Able to get the down throw. Tries to get some more stuff going, but unfortunately not close enough to the ground to be able to land it and follow up on time.
Good side B once again. Getting that damage up on Mythra, but I mean, the second Xoroy gets hit, it just feels like it's instantly into something else, and for Bowser, it has just been a struggle on this stage.
Ooh, able to get the double falling in there. Wow, that's a cute. I wish he got a little bit more damage and perhaps some stage off of that. Excellent spot dodge punish. Just gonna be waiting for for Bowser to land once again. This is so difficult for him. Wow.
Side B, is that going to be the stock? No, Pyra will survive this one. Misterman's got to find a way back. Gets back to the ledge and finds the projectile to kind of reset the scenario once again. Another side B. Not going to be able to do it either. But the forward tilt will. That's another stock off the board, and last stock scenario, but Xoroy sitting at kill percentage. He's got to find a way out of the corner here.
Anything can do it. F tilt, up tilt, you know, one of her many aerials. All of them are just so scary each. Beautiful parry, gets that punish, gets a bit of damage going once again. Tries to go for an up smash, has a great idea, but just, once again, just misspaced. Oh, this could be bad.
Good forward air. And kind of trapped on the platform for the moment, but he'll be able to get away. Back to Mythra now. Missed the side B. Oh, he wanted the forward smash, but unable to land it in the back air, I believe, will do it. Misterman takes the set.
That looked like a really, really good set for Misterman. His punish, you know, was just on top of it. He played on point. And at the end of the day, that's what mattered. He got every single bit of damage. He was able to just sort of string people along and send them off stage. He was a menace.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt like that was just kind of a matchup. Misterman plays these characters that kind of rush down in to do some damage. And it was going to be a question of, could Xoroy live long enough to kind of make back that difference and find a way to take those stocks. The good news is, if you're a Siena fan, that was only set number 2, and Xoroy did his best to mitigate the damage there. The bad news is, it is now 10-1, and we're entering set number 3.
Doable. So this is the defining set. Mississippi could take it, and run all the way with it. You know, Mississippi could, you know, really win from this point on. So we're seeing the exact same situation as we did last time. Siena needs to put on those points.
Yep. I mean, there's no